So many people think that earning 1099 income means paying more taxes, but the opposite is actually the case. As a W-2 earner, you pay more taxes and you pay them more often. If you don't believe me, just ask our subscribers. I asked them and 76% of them understand that 1099 income means you can pay significantly less taxes. I have worked with doctors, lawyers, real estate agents, insurance agents, consultants, engineers, and so on. And guess what? Most of them earn a lot of money and prefer to be paid as a 1099 contractor. And in this video, I'm going to fully explain to you why that is the case as a licensed CPA that saves people millions in taxes at mycpacoach.com. So let's waste no time and jump right in. All right, so first, you must understand the biggest misconception when it comes to the discussion of 1099 versus W-2 for tax purposes. And that is the belief that W-2 income is subject to less taxes. Now, the reason why people believe this is because when they file their tax return, they typically owe less money to the IRS when compared to 1099 income. And this is true for many people, but this is just an illusion. The individual income tax brackets are the exact same, whether you earn 1099 or W-2 income. The only difference is that when you earn W-2 income, taxes are withheld before you get paid. Your taxes are paid before it even touches your hands. You never see that money. And those taxes that you paid up front are just applied to your tax bill when you file your return. And if you receive a refund, that just means you overpaid the government. Savvy taxpayers try to avoid overpaying the government at all costs so they can maximize their investment income. The government does not pay you any interest for the extra money that you're paying them, but a high yield savings account, on the other hand, does. When you earn 1099 income, it is not taxed before it gets to you, which means you have more money at your disposal. And to sweeten the deal, the tax law allows you to write off certain things you buy with your income far beyond what is possible with a W-2. So let's break this all the way down. 1099 benefit number one, the 20% business income deduction. Now, this is a freebie tax deduction, allowing you to deduct 20% of your business income for simply owning a business. And guess what? As a 1099 earner or independent contractor, the IRS views you as a business owner, and you will automatically qualify for this deduction if you earn less than $180,000 if you're single or $360,000 with a spouse. And if you earn above this amount, you may still qualify for this deduction, but there are more stringent requirements that relate to the nature and type of business that you have. So you will want to talk about your CPA about that. But the key point here is that if you qualify, this deduction alone can save you thousands of dollars in taxes, but you cannot use it against W-2 income. So let's keep going here. 1099 benefit number two, more tax write-offs. So if you cannot tell already, the tax code favors business owners. And section 162 of the tax code allows business owners to deduct all ordinary and necessary expenses in carrying on any trade or business. Therefore, any expense that you have that meets this simple criteria is tax deductible from your 1099 income, but it would not be tax deductible as a W-2 employee. Please allow me to illustrate this concept by walking you through a few simple examples. So if you work from home as a W-2 employee, you cannot deduct any of your home expenses. But as a 1099 earner, you can write off a portion of all of your home expenses with the home office deduction. As a W-2 employee, if you buy health insurance outside of your employer, you get zero tax benefit. But the tax law allows 1099 earners to deduct all of their health insurance premiums, including their family's premiums, through their business. Let's keep going. As a W-2 employee, if you drive your car to another business location, you cannot write off any of it. But as a 1099 earner, you can write off every mile you drive or your actual car expenses against your 1099 income. As a W-2 employee, if you grab lunch with a coworker, it saves you no money in taxes. But as a 1099 earner, your meals may qualify for the business meals deduction as long as you have a business contact present and talk about work. As a W-2 employee, if you invest in your own education by attending conferences, paying for courses, or attending other events and seminars, none of it is tax deductible. But as a 1099 earner, you can deduct your flight, your hotel, your transportation costs, and so much more. There are literally over 100 additional tax write-offs that 1099 earners have access to that are not accessible to W-2 employees. 1099 benefit number 3, less employment taxes. So when you earn W-2 income, you are not just paying federal and state income tax. You are also paying Social Security tax, Medicare tax, federal unemployment insurance, state unemployment insurance, depending on your state, and possibly more. But as a 1099 earner, you can pay much less of all of these taxes. So first of all, you would not have to pay any federal or state unemployment insurance. And secondly, you do not technically pay Social Security and Medicare tax, but you do pay a 15.3% self-employment tax, which is used to fund these same programs. Now, to be fair, as a W-2 employee, you only pay 7.65% of your income towards Social Security and Medicare tax, whereas 1099 earners pay 15.3% or double of their income towards these same taxes. But guess what? You can get around most of these taxes by simply changing your business structure. As a 1099 earner, you are a sole proprietor by default, but you can form an LLC, form an S corporation or a C corporation, and so on, which changes the types of taxes you have to pay. For example, we set up solo S corporations for a lot of our clients where the only person in it is the owner. And S corporations pay no self-employment tax. As a 1099 contractor, you have access to these types of strategies as well. But as a W-2 employee, unfortunately, you do not. 1099 benefit number 4, higher retirement contribution limits. 1099 earners can contribute 3 times more to their 401k plans than W-2 employees. In 2024, employees can put up to $23,000 of their wages into these plans if they are under the age of 50. And then employers can match up to 25% of your compensation up to $46,000 as of this year. Now, I have not seen a single workplace 401k plan where the employer is offering a 25% match. But I have seen a ton of single member businesses like 1099 earners who set up their own retirement plans with a 25% match. And because they are the only person in their business, they can take advantage of both the employee and the employer contribution limit. And if you put this money into a traditional 401k, then every dollar you put in will be deducted from your income, which means less taxes. Or if you choose to use a Roth 401k instead, you will not receive a tax deduction, but your investments will grow tax-free in your Roth account. But regardless, my point here is that simply earning 1099 income instead of W-2 income will result in more tax benefits. 1099 benefit number 5, the ability to use creative tax strategies. When you want to reduce your taxes as a W-2 employee, you are pretty much limited to investment strategies like retirement plans, real estate, or other tax-friendly investments. But as a 1099 earner, you have more strategies at your disposal to create additional tax write-offs through your business. Here are just a few examples we see all the time. The Augusta strategy. This allows you to rent your personal residence to your business. The business can write off payments it makes to you, and the income is tax-free if done less than 14 days per year. Or how about hiring your children? This allows you to hire your kids to work for you and the payments you make to them can be tax-free. Basically, the income is effectively tax-free to your child if you pay them less than the standard deduction amount and they earn no other income. Or how about turning some of your personal expenses into business deductions? You may be able to take things you already pay for, associate it with your business, and make it tax deductible. We see people write off things like their vehicles, their equipment, and much more as business expenses by simply meeting certain criteria, which ultimately results in lower taxes. So, if you had the choice between being paid as a W-2 employee or 1099 contractor, which one are you choosing? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe if you want more videos just like this that can help you put more money back into your pockets.